Welcome to the Artistry Collective's first live event of the year. Happy New Year. If you're seeing the live button up here, this is live. If not, you're on the replay. That is great. Just type in hashtag replay, type in some comments, say Happy New Year. Let me know that you're here, all the things. I am so sorry if you're seeing two live events. I tried to schedule one so it'd just be easy and ready to go, and that did not work for me. So I got to figure out how to do that in the new year. I do have some goals to learn some new things and keep growing. Hello, I don't know who's here. Say hello when you're popping on. This is a junk journal I was working on the other day. This is a kit. I'm trying something new, so we're going to keep working on it and see if it's going to work. This is a kit. I put the link. Hello, Chris. Happy New Year. I put the link in the description box for this beautiful digital. And I used this in the Junk Journal Jamboree event yesterday on Facebook if you missed how I got to this point. And we're going to keep going today. So I've got my chipboard. This is going to be the base of the book. Hello. Happy New Year. Hello in Ontario, Canada. Welcome. And we're going to put the base on this book and see if it works how I'm hoping it will. We're going to use my little miter tool and hope that we can make this work a little better here. Whoops. I can remember how it works. It goes this way. We put this little thing on here, and then we cut this across, and it is good to go. So let's move our papers from underneath that we want to keep in good shape so we don't cut those on accident. And then I've got some pockets and stuff. We're going to try and work on this book as it is going to be awesome, I think. That's the plan. Striving for awesomeness in the new year. I've had kind of a rocky start, I must admit. I had to go, somebody fraudulently used my bank card. So I had to go, that was on New Year's Eve. So I had to have it shut off and I had to go, I don't have my cutting mat down here. Let's get that out. I had to go to the bank on New Year's and get a new card. So new year, new card, new. And it's all fine. My interests were protected. The bank did great, but it's just a huge inconvenience because everything that you have your card set up to do now isn't. So paying bills, of course, it was the first of the month, so I get to enter all of those things. Hello, there's Make All Things With Me. This is the Artistry Collective's first event in 2024, so Happy New Year, everyone. Christy, unfortunately, is not feeling well and won't be joining us in the event today. She might be in the comments, so if you see her, say hello. Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage is our host for this event. Even though she's not here today, we still send well wishes and all the great things for her page. We all are having the goal to grow. So after me in this event will be Leah from Make All Things With Me. It's Crafter's Choice today. We are making whatever it is we want to make in the new year. And I'm excited to see what Leah's working on, got on her desk. That tool is it's a bookmaker's tool. We Are Memory Keepers actually makes one too, but I did get this. I did get this on Temu before I even knew that We Are Memory Keepers makes one. You can find them in pink and in blue. I talked about this on a Tool Talk Tuesday on my Facebook page not long ago. So if you want to see more about how it works and what it does, it is a really great bookmaking tool, especially if you miter corners. I absolutely love it for that, just for that alone in and of itself. So what I'm doing here is I'm wrapping my chipboard. This is going to be my base. This book is a little weird. I'll show you guys in just a second as we go to hook this together. I'm super excited for this book. I'm hoping it works out as I planned. It'll all make sense in a few moments. Hopefully. Hopefully. Isn't that how we crafters work? We get this idea and we're like, well, I've never done this before, but let's see if it works. And I think that is the beauty and the fun of crafting, honestly, because we all, can carry out these ideas that we dream up and you can't get it together enough. Leah, it's, you know what? The best thing to do for you is just start an altered book. grab a book from anywhere, from the Dollar Tree, from your closet, from the library. Maybe they have some they're throwing away. And then you can follow a tutorial. I have several here on YouTube. I have a video called Altering a Dollar Store Book. And basically, you take some pages out and you fold some pages and you glue them together. You put beautiful papers in them, and then you can use it to journal or put photos or whatever it is that you like to do, even if it's just have the fun of making the book. It does take a little bit of time, a little longer than maybe an hour, but it's something that you can work on, you know, progressively into the new year. With my private subscription group, we are working on Junk Journal January together, and it is awesome. There's prompts for every day, and we are checking in with each other every week, seeing how everyone is progressing into, you know, their new year journaling goals and I guess just life goals. And I'm so sorry if you hear my cat in the background. It's not my cat, it's my daughter's cat, but he is expressing his displeasure for being alone right now because he's out in the living room and I'm in the craft room. And see how nice those corners just come together when you have that mitering tool. You even get this nice sharp point. I love it. Perfect every time, which is wonderful. Now this glue is clear gel tacky glue, so it's not like as quick. I need to find my other glue. What did I do with it? Oh my gosh, my desk is a mess. That's one of my goals to work on this year, is kind of clean some things up and find some things, some homes. Because as you know, if your stuff does not have a home, it will typically just stay messy. And that's so true. I have a friend here on YouTube who did a video all about that. And she said, if it doesn't have a home, it will just live on your desk and be a mess. And I totally believe that, because my desk just keeps getting worse. And the stuff that I do have a home for, it gets put away. So when you know it, if stuff has a place, it actually goes to that place. Okay, so this is going to be the back of the book. It's going to be kind of like a lap book style, with a gatefold for all of these beautiful pages. Like I said, everything is a mess. I've just gone from craft project to craft project to craft project, and not really cleaned in between. So it's getting to be kind of a pit in here. I've seen some really great groups. If you're not on Facebook groups, there are some really great groups over there. Junk Journal Trading Post is a group that's owned by Rachel from Rach and Bella Crafts, and she is doing a cleanup challenge. And honestly, you post a picture of your desk in its current state, and then each week you kind of work through a few things, challenging things, to get organized and get some things cleaned up. And I think it's a pretty great idea, though I don't know that I really want to post pictures of my current state, because man, it's a mess. Holy smokes. You guys can only see a small portion of it, but it really has gotten out of hand back here. I'm going to put together a box of unfinished projects, and I don't know if it's going to be here on YouTube or on my Facebook page, but I'd like to do a Finish It Friday and work on finishing some projects that need to be finished, because I have a lot of them. Okay, so we're getting this all glued down. I might put some gel medium in here because I really want this to glue in. And I'm going to do something kind of scary because I have this all put together. It's being held right now with brads, but I want this back page right here to glue to this one, this chipboard, so that it has a hard backing. And then I think I want these brads to hold all the papers through the chipboard. So we're going to take the brads out, poke the holes, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do one side. We'll take these brads out. Isn't this paper beautiful? I didn't want to fold it. I didn't want to see half the hearts. So what I wanted to do is be able to have this gatefold lap book. So you can open like this, and then we'll journal on the insides of these pages here. And every which way you open, it's a new heart. See, the new heart. And then when we get to the final back one, you get to see this really beautiful one all in one piece. And I think it's going to be great. I haven't made a book quite like this before, but we're going to do it. Get it done. Okay, So I've got 4 brads holding it together, and I think they're like 2 inches apart. I measured, I put my ruler up here at 1, and then I did 1 on 2, 1 on 4, 1 on 6, 1 on 8. The heart pages, the link to the designer for these pages is in the description box below. She's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful designer. Her name is Margot, and the name of her Etsy store is escaping me at the moment, but like I said, the link to it is in the description box for you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to hold these, and I'm going to mark where I need my holes to go. Hopefully you guys can see. Just one second. I'll move it back into view. And we're just going to use our marker. This paper that I have here is some basic gray paper that's been in my scrapbooking stash for a very long time. I started out with 8.5 by 11. This paper I printed out on 65-pound weight off-white cardstock. And I printed my papers there, but then I have some folds and things that I did with my scoring board. And if you want to make one of these, you can definitely follow along with the measurements that I did on Facebook. And if anybody's interested, I probably could put that Facebook video here on YouTube as well. I was doing my Tool Talk Tuesdays, getting them all transferred over here as well, but I'm not sure if I kind of stopped doing it. I don't really remember why, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. I need this as close to the edge as we possibly can. And I'm using my crocodile, and the reason you want a crocodile is I have got some pretty heavy chipboard under there. I'm going to set my depth guide here with my crocodile. If you don't know how to use your crocodile properly, I do have videos on that. I have Tool Talk videos on Facebook and videos here showing you how to use it as well. I'm going to hope that this is where it needs to go. I'm going to mark in as close as I can to those holes that I drew, and we'll see what we can do here. Like I said, this book style is new for me. I had this crazy idea while I was sleeping, and I was dreaming about what I was going to do with this set. I was thinking about it as I went to bed. And the Junk Journal Jamboree is all about 8 designers typically using the same digital collection and coming up with a book style to make. So I wanted to do something totally different than what I'd ever done before, and that's how I got to here. So let's go ahead and we will put these in, take these brads out, and then we'll put them back through. I want to put them through with the gold side facing out, and then we'll glue our back page in once I've got these there so that I don't lose everything. So typically, if you were to make one of these, you wouldn't have these brads already in. Hey, there's Christy. Hello, my friend. I hope you get to feeling better. So sorry you can't join us today, but definitely check out Christy's page if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, do all of those YouTube-y things for all of us. That would be wonderful. And like I said, my one of our collective artists here from the Artistry Collective, Leah from Make All Things With Me, will be next. So that is wonderful. Okay, so now this is going to go back here. This is going to be like my binding. There's 2 sides. I've got a gusset, and there's 2 sides. There's a binding on this side. There'll be a binding on the other side. And then I can cover this little framework here with some lace if I don't like the way that the edges of these pages are looking. So this is going to be the back side of the book. I know it looks a little funky right now, but we're going to make it work. And like I said, I hope this idea works. Hey, there's Eileen. Oh my goodness. Eileen, I have to tell you, I went to the post office today. I got a notification quite some time ago that I had a package. But every time we've gone, the line is like out the door. So I wasn't able to pick it up until today. And you gave me such a wonderful happy mail, my friend. Thank you so, so much. I'm going to do a reel showing it because it is just so amazing. And I felt so blessed, and it was a nice, nice surprise. So huge thank you to you, my friend. I absolutely love it. You are so creative and crafty. Okay, here we go. So these are going in. Like I said, this is going to glue to this. And we'll get it all down. Sorry, this view is awful right at the moment. There we go. Getting these put in here is our first obstacle. Okay. So don't worry about the brads showing. They will be covered up in some of the brad tabs. I do kind of like the look of this. I think it's nice and clean. We could even ink these edges. I told my printer no edges, and that's what it came up with. So that's what it is. And then I took the brads out of the other side. So I want to keep these all in order so that they line up in the center and we have a nice gatefold little lap book going on. So I'm going to put these here. And like I said, we can easily cover these up with some lace or fabric or whatever. And wow, that's a mess. I oftentimes will work on cardstock on my desk, and then if I create something cool with the overspray or the overstamping or doodles or whatever I've done, I can actually use that to make some collage or ephemera or what have you. So oftentimes that's covering my glass mat there. Yes, Happy New Year. Wishing lots of health and happiness. I'm hoping I got all the cruddy stuff out of the way. I've got a new bank card now, and the scammers didn't get away with the charge on my card. My bank stopped them just in time, and there was a whole bunch of people at the bank getting new cards too. So watch your cards, ladies. Watch your charges. Watch everything. Just there's so many cruddy scams out there. I don't like seeing my friends get scammed or myself. It's frustration. Honestly, that's the biggest part of it. It's just an inconvenience. All right, so this one is going to glue on here. And I do have this edge up here again, but I can ink that away or put some beautiful trim. And I think this is going to be fun. We could also put some rings in here if you like the ring bound look. That would work as well. I do have a small gusset. I think if I were to go back and do this, I would make it a little bit bigger so that as they stack together, this would fit better. But that is all trial and error when you're doing something new. And this piece here is kind of showing, and I can put some trim up there if I want to. So I don't think I'm going to glue this piece to this piece right now until I figure out how exactly my my pages are going to lay on here. So I am going to brad it together while I'm working, just so I can keep working, and then I'll see where I need to get it to go. Oh, I guess I need holes first. That would be good. Can't brad anything without poking the holes. Here we go. Okay, so you can lay this over here and just marker it like I did. Or you can use your Crocodile right away. I was saying before, Crocodile is perfect hole puncher. If you don't even like to set your eyelets or whatever, it is a wonderful hole puncher. I'm not sponsored or affiliated or anything. It's just my favorite tool to use for lots and lots of years. I got it when it was first created, and man, did it change my crafting ways. And it hole punches through so many great layers. It lined up perfectly like I had it before. So I've got my depth guide set here. I'm going to poke those holes through. And if you get these stuck in here, I like to squeeze it together so that this little prongy thing pokes up here. And then these just usually come right out. You can use your pokey tool as well. But if you keep the little presser foot through there, that's probably not what it's called, but the little presser thing through there, it makes those little extra hole punchies easy to come out. All right, let's tilt that again. I don't know why my phone has decided it needs to have a lean, but it does. So we'll put these in here. Oh gosh. Oh no, you can't craft because you shake too bad. I'm so sorry. My grandfather had Parkinson's disease. It's no fun. He used to write me letters when I was a little girl, and I cherished every single one because I knew it was difficult for him to write. His handwriting really showed through the Parkinson's, but he managed to write me all of the time. And like I said, I cherished those letters. He's passed now, but I do miss him a lot. He did live with Parkinson's for quite some time. And the most miserable thing was the shaking, which is just so not nice. Such an unkind disease. Makes those tremors. So thoughts of healing and prayers are sent with you, my friend. Okay, so we're going to put this, and hopefully it will wrap around and reach. And how am I going to close those brads? I guess I don't really think about that. How am I going to get in there to close the brads to hold these ones? I could probably do the end ones. Maybe I'll have to glue these ones. All right, let's see. Here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to do it like this, and I'll brad them together. I'm going to brad the papers together in the center, so I still have brads there. And then I'll have to put some glue in those two center spots because I won't be able to reach to put them through. Does that make sense? I hope you guys are understanding my dilemma. I'll show you here in just a second. Like I said, this book is a work as I go. This was just some crazy harebrained idea that I had. And I'm working through the trials and tribulations as we do with most of our craft projects. We're going, oh yeah, I can make something like that. And I literally came up with this the other night and thought, wouldn't it be neat if... Okay, so we're going to put this through here. And then it's supposed to wrap around and go into that hole we poked in the chipboard. But the prongs really don't want to reach. And my fingers don't want to reach. I don't know where that brad went. So maybe this won't be a successful project. I don't know. I might have to glue this side. Just put these in and then glue it down. Maybe that could work. Glue it like this. Like I said, I think I'd make a little bigger of a gusset. I don't want it to be floppy. But let me see if I can hold it. Just a second. I'll put it back into view. See if I can hold it and get it to clip. Because if I can get at least a couple of the brads, that would be more beneficial. I think I just got that one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so I was able to stick my finger down there and get this one to lay flat. So that one is hooked. These ones won't be hooked, but maybe I can hook this one. First, I got to figure out where I flung the brad. It like went everywhere. Oh boy, we'll just get a new one. And I'll find it later before Remy does. Remy is my floor inspector, and when you know it, this floor is a disaster. Anybody else planning on doing cleanup in the new year? All right, I am excited to tell you, as soon as I get this brad in, we can take a look at how this is looking. And you guys will understand how my book works. And like I said, I do have a Facebook video from a live from yesterday. That would be January 2nd, on how I made this book in more detail. Ooh, I think I got the brad flipped down. Maybe if I use my bone folder or my scissors, I can get it better. So it looks like I have the top and bottom with brads. And then the middle two, I'm just going to have to glue. I didn't even think about how I would reach these brads. But they are there. Look at that. Okay. And I've got these little like side spines here. You could actually just stitch them in. Of course, I didn't go that route for this project, but that's the way it's going to work. I might need to also do some sort of a closure so that the pages more closely like stay down. I don't know. And I wanted the hearts to be a little closer together, but as they are layered here on top of the spine and the spine and the spine layers. They kind of separated a little bit. Sorry, I'm adjusting this, see if it'll stay a little straighter. So we kind of have this fun lap book. This is the back. And like I said, I'm going to glue those in place. And then each page will kind of flip here, and then you can put photos or quotes or journaling or all of it. I've got a fun pocket that's supposed to go on one of these sides here. And then as you open, there are more of these beautiful hearts as you go in, and they're each a little different. I have started putting my sparkles and Nuvo on some of these because you guys know me, I like things with wings need to sparkle, but it takes a while because the Stickles glitter that I like to use has to dry. And my gussets here are a little off as far as the way that they line up because I followed just the cut down the middle of each heart. I didn't want to so they're kind of like broken hearts, but they're coming together. And then in the back, you get this beautiful one back here. And you can see I have my Nuvo drops. Hopefully you can see to pop on those roses. Look how beautiful that is. I just love it. I put some on the heart too. And then, yeah, so let's go ahead and make a pocket on the inside here. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to have to do a closure, maybe a ribbon to hold it all together. And maybe I'll do some little tabs or something as it goes along. So the other challenge with this style of a book is having enough space on your desk to hold it open while you work. I'm going to keep this side closed while I'm working on this side. I did shrink this down so you get the full image and it looks even just so beautiful while it's shrunk down. And I'm going to make some pockets out of this. I'm going to use my circle punch, just make a little divot in the top so it looks like a pocket. You don't have to do that. You can keep it the way that it is. You can stitch on it. You can use a little divot, a different divot punch that's not a half circle. I really like the circle. And then I'm going to put it over here. I have some book page too and some other little pieces that I just moved so that I could get everything done on the binding. Ugh. I hate when you're working on a project and you have to move things. Some of my stuff just kind of goes everywhere. Oh, there it is. I painted on this the other day with some distress ink. Let's see if I can reach it and we'll get it put into the little book. Okay. Perfect. Just a piece of book page. I don't even know what story it's from, but I inked it up. I wrinkled it up. I splattered it up. I did all the things. I did it up. And I wanted to put some of this kind of in the background back here and then make this a pocket, and we'll slide some little note cards or something in there. We could also add some stamping. I think I might tear this some more just because I don't really want these words to be readable. Hi, Becca. Yes, please say hi to Christy. She's not feeling her best today, so she won't be joining in the fun in this event. But after me will be Leah from Make All the Things with Me. And she does make all the things, you guys. I am so blessed to have such creative friends. I absolutely love it. And if you need some creative friends, you'll definitely want to follow the ladies here in the collective. We are all on YouTube and we are on Facebook as well, so definitely join us in all of our fun and adventures. We all participate in different events and all kinds of fun things. So you won't want to miss any of the things that we're doing. We make a variety of crafts. I mostly do paper crafts and mixed media art. And Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage is a beautiful mixed media artist. I envy her work with molds. I am still learning to work with the molds and do them as well as she does. She does a beautiful job. And Leah from Make All the Things with Me, if you're not familiar with her, she does a variety of crafting as well, some paper crafting. We are scrapbooking friends. And we've both been scrapbooking for so long. I have been paper crafting for gosh, over 25 years. I started stamping when I was just a little girl. Loved the stamps. Now I'm just turning these into little strips. I'm just going to collage this, and I'm going to put some scripty font over there. This is just some background noise, and it just kind of goes along and looks really beautiful. I can add a fun stamp here if I want to in the background. Some scripty font or some beautiful flowers or anything like that I can add, and it just adds some fun and background noise here. I am, of course, covered in glue. It wouldn't be crafting with Shauna if I wasn't covered in glue or ink or paint or some sort of fun medium. Oh gosh, I have inspired you. Changing your project. Faith has spoken. Hey, that is the beauty of Crafter's Choice, my friend. We can do whatever we want to do, and I just love it. I hope that everyone had a wonderful new year. Okay, there we go. I've wiped my fingers. Now, if you use a baby wipe like I do, I use the ones that are 99% water. You can just use a paper towel and water. Just make sure where you set it is somewhere that it's okay for it to get wet. Now, down here at the edge of my book page, I'm going to put a piece of tape because that's going to be inside my pocket, and I don't want things that I want to slide in and out of there to get stuck. But I'm going to do that in just a moment because I want to stamp on there and have some more background fun. Background noise. Okay, let's see. I'm still unpacking. We went out of town for the new year. We always go and work on a show, and we just got home yesterday, like literally 15 minutes before I was supposed to be in my event. So I made it home in time. Thank you, Mr. Frapps, for getting me home in time. But wow, I didn't have much time to unpack or do any of the things. So the life of a creator, right? Okay, not complaining because it was perfect. I got home just in time and was able to get here and get my stuff kind of thrown onto the table and going, and it was perfect. Okay, so I want to do some of this scripty font here, and I'm trying to decide what ink color I want to do. I want it in black, I think. Usually I do it in archival black, but I'm not sure where my archival is right this minute, and I don't want to cause some crazy craft-a-lanch. So yeah, hi Sharon. Fortunately, I was already prepared. I took stuff with me and got it all good to go. But man, if you saw the state of my desk, it's a little embarrassing almost. You guys can't see what's like back there, and it's no good. It is no good. I definitely need to do some cleaning in the new year here. My word for the year, I'm working on a word of the year with my subscription group as we work on Junk Journal January. My word is create. So I need to create a better space for me to work here. And I did get some more new furniture. I don't know how that's going to work out in here. I got to get the old furniture out and get the new furniture in. Okay, I'm going to try to flip this here, and I'm going to put my clip over here. I love these little clips from the Dollar Tree. I've had them for a long time, and they come in really handy when you're trying to hold stuff away from where you're working. Okay, there's the pocket that we're going to use. This is just a Tim Holtz stamp. Sharon, you got my Tim Holtz clicker out. And we're just going to press it right on over this book page. And it's all just there to create some fun interest and background noise here. So I'm also going to turn on the Ryobi. We'll get that hot glue heating up, and we're going to put some lace in, maybe on the edges of these pages. I think it would look nice. Okay. I also have some beautiful heart stamps somewhere I need to find because I think they would be so fun. No, I wish Tim was in the house. Tim's products are in the house, guys. Need to organize your craft stash. Yes, it really does make a difference as you craft along. You know, always once I clean, I can't find a thing, but maybe I'll be able to walk in here a little bit better because my walking situation is not getting any better. I'm not getting the edge where I wanted to get it. But you know, this is Distress Oxide, so I can wipe some of it off and start again. Oh, look at that. It's creating this lovely black soot mess. That's all right. We'll just let it ink this up. I wasn't really sure I wanted to go with black, but now it's making it kind of gray, and we can tint it with some pink again. So don't be afraid if you don't like something. Don't be afraid to wipe it off and try again. Try as you will. And sometimes you'll notice it creates some kind of fun background. So let's see. I wanted to have brown. This is just not turning out like quite as I wanted. I think because I didn't have a level place I was stamping on. So let's try again. We'll use some vintage photo. Oh, you know what? I have archival right here. I could use ground espresso. I have this little guy. I just saw him out of the corner of my eye. So there we go. Archival ink. Now the difference between archival and oxide, or even just distress ink, is archival is waterproof. So it won't smudge off like I just did that one. It will stay there. So we got to be sure we're stamping where we want it to go. But you know what? It is so great to create without worrying about perfectionism. Just have a go and let it turn out as it's going to turn out. There we go. I love that. See how I got the edge? That was what I was trying to do in the first place. So let's do some more. I'm going to stamp just a little bit. I'm going to try not to get it as dark as I had it before. This is ground espresso. It's not black soot. So it should create a little less dark. It's still pretty dark stamp color though. Dark ink. So we'll do the first generation. We'll do some second generation stamping. And some of this is going to be covered because it's going to be in the pocket, but you might be able to see the edge. So we'll just let it stamp around. And sometimes it might even be easier without the block, because the block kind of gets in the way of where you want it to go. So if that is a problem that you're having, you can always kind of stamp it up. I think there's still some ink on there. I can kind of see it being glossy. And just get it in here into the crevices. This is going to even be upside down, and I don't mind that. I want it to get close into the edge of the page there. There we go. You can't really see it too much, and that's okay. I don't really need some, you know, all up in your face. And then I think eventually I'll take some maybe candy apple or festive berries color, maybe even Victorian velvet, and put some hearts up here and a tag. We'll put in some kind of a beautiful tag because I kind of took away from the beauty. I don't know that I'm really liking this color, and it's okay to tell me, Shauna, that looks not great. We're going to cover some of it with pocket and some lace. Lace will fix her up. Here's our pocket. I made kind of a mess with that black soot. What we could also do is just layer back over it. Take some more book page, some more pink, and just go right back over it. So let's do some mixing up here. The pink that I used was sponge sugar. I'm half tempted to just do this, but I don't want to muddy up my ink block, so we won't do that. We'll take this block that I was using. We'll put our ink right onto the block. It's a very light color, even though it did show up really well on the book page. I'm going to go ahead and add some water because this is Distress Oxide. It works best when you activate it with water. We're going to put some lighter colors right back onto our page here. I love using a fan brush. If you haven't used one before, definitely should experience it, in my opinion. I love it. I love adding splatters and all of the things. And then I'm just going to take this and just let it splat right back on there. It'll add some pink and hopefully get rid of a little bit of that black soot. Now my paper is very wet. I'm using cardstock, so it's not just printer paper. If you like to play with inks and water as much as I do, You'll want to use some thicker paper. Mixed media paper is absolutely wonderful. Watercolor paper is great too. And they all respond a little differently depending on what you're using them with. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let this be a pocket. But this is very wet. So let's put a little bit of heat on there. Let it dry for a second. And then I think underneath we'll put some lace. Actually, we could put some lace on the edge too. And then we can see a little bit more of that pink coming through. Hopefully it didn't leak through the front. I didn't even think about that with all this water, but nope, we're good. We're good, we're good. See, it's kind of pulling out some of these darker colors, but I really didn't want to focus on that. So I'll probably continue to add some layers and tone that down a little bit, but it's not the most fun to watch. We could also peel some of these layers back up and let the paper rip underneath. That would be fun. Ooh, now I didn't even think about that. I have Nuvo on the other side. So as you're drawing and using a heat tool, remember what you've got going on all of the pages. Because I can smell it. It's making this nice to see a fix, though. It is nice to see a fix, and we all sometimes need them. So don't feel like you are alone if you have to fix something, because it's paper. It layers. Some people are like, "Oh man, my whole project is ruined." No way. Keep going. Just keep at it. Keep layering. Be like Dory, just keep layering, and it will be okay. I promise you. You'll finally get to a point where you found something that you like, and it'll be okay. I can't find my other glue. What in the world? See, this is what happens when I go on the road with my craft supplies. We could even take a nice napkin and decoupage over this. That's actually what I might do. So I'm going to hold off on putting this on here. I don't think I have a napkin that I would want to use right here. Let me just see. Oh, actually, maybe we can put this one down. Maybe it won't be as vibrant if I put it over there. Let's see. What do you guys think? Should we just decoupage these more hearts right over what we've created over here and just add another layer? Add another layer. That's what I do. Just keep layering. Just keep layering. Until you get to where you're good with it and you like it, it's all good. Okay. I think I do kind of like this. We'll add it in. Yes, Sharon says yes. All right, let's pull it down just a little bit. And now if you use a water brush or even just a paintbrush in water, this tears really nicely, but mine is already pretty crinkly and tearing pretty good, so just go with it. Now that part up there is pretty wrinkly. Should I be full disclosure and tell you that this was on the table behind me since last Valentine's Day projects, and I just didn't put it away, so it's been sitting here since last year waiting to go home. That tells you how well I do my cleanups around here. Okay, so I like to use my satin Mod Podge. I know some people aren't Mod Podge fans, and that's okay. That's okay. You can use gel medium, collage medium, PVA glue watered down with, watered down with water. You water things down with water. That's what you do. It was waiting. It was right here waiting. Just it knew the project was going to be right here. Okay, so we're going to hide some of this black soot that I didn't really intend to have all over. And it'll be fine. Hopefully we'll still get a little bit of our writing showing through the napkin, and it won't be quite as bright. I'm using one of these little applicators. These are from We Are Memory Keepers. They're also available on Temu and Amazon if you are a Temu shopper, or if you're not a Temu shopper, that is totally fine as well. It's funny that Amazon carries, I think Temu has teamed up with, like, all the individual vendors on Temu have teamed up with Amazon because it's the same stores, guys. It's just, with the protection of Amazon, and I understand people want that. So no harm. Get it wherever you get it. I don't really affiliate with any stores at this time. If that changes, I'll let everyone know. But right now, I just kind of shop where I feel, and I do my thing. I'm not a huge Amazon shopper. I guess I need, in this world, I need to get used to Amazon shopping. My husband does my Amazon shopping. We have one Amazon account because I used to own a store, and Amazon just, I feel like we're going to wind up with a whole city of just Amazon warehouses and shipping facilities and no stores. We try to support our local stores whenever we can, although they don't make it easy. I was just saying this to someone else today. Every time we go in, the customer service is not great, and they either don't have what we want, they won't order what we want, or we can get it cheaper and faster online. So, hello stores, wake up. Wake up and take care of the customers. You feel the same about Amazon. Yeah, I don't mind online shopping because it also broadened the scope of reach for certain companies. Like if you're a small business, you can have a little online shop. And, I love to do my D-stashes. I have scoops coming up this weekend on Facebook Live Sale. And then probably a D-stash coming later this month, middle of the month. So watch for that. But see, it allows little small businesses to get a reach out there where they might not have been able to before. So I think that's great. But, when these larger companies that can promote more and have bigger marketing budgets, and they just kind of take over, and I don't want to live in an industrial zone. It's kind of scary. All right. But I know it is incredibly convenient. My husband's like, I can have it here in 2 days, and we can't even get anything in the stores. So I don't know what the answer is, guys. Things are just changing. All right. So I put a layer down of my Mod Podge for this napkin to stick there, and then I put a layer over it to adhere it there even more, kind of give it a coating. And what I love about using this applicator is you have to be a little bit gentle, but now I don't ruin my brushes. I can just quickly wipe this little silicone thing off, and I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about forgetting the brush in here and taking it to the sink. So let's give that a little bit of heat and see if we can get it dry enough in the few minutes we have here and put our pocket on. Yay! I think this is going to be a fun way to journal. I really do. I like to peel the dried glue off too. Kind of reminds me of being in school when I was a little girl. I think around 9, like 3rd grade, I would put the Elmer's glue, which is like PVA school glue, for those not in the US, but I would put it on my hand and let it dry, and then I'll peel it off. Board and class, those are the things that are important things to learn to do. Oh gosh. Okay. So this is what that's going to look like now. I think that's a little bit better. It looks almost like we've got newsprint under there. I don't know if I'll be able to duplicate that look anywhere, but that's the way it's going to go. Let's check out some of this lace that I have. I have some really delicate lace. These are vintage lace that was given to me by Christine Harris Howell, my mama Christine. When I went to visit her last time, she sent me home with a whole cigar box full of beautiful lace. Look at this one. I think this is just going to go very, very nicely. And we need to decide. Oscar, if you're going to be in here, you have to be quiet, dude. He's not happy because nobody's home, aside from me, and I'm in here crafting with you guys. He's like, where is everybody? Whining through the house. He's our, no, I cannot hold you, dude. I'm sorry. He is our separation anxiety kitty. He's crazy. I think I'm going to put this going this way. Or maybe I want to check out one of the other laces I've got here. I've got so many beautiful ones. She really did set me up just nicely. Look at this dark pink one. I think that would go great too. And then there's this one. It has little heart shapes in the pattern. And again, these are vintage laces. She got them from a lady at her church that really, she put a reach out to the church that said if anybody had any vintage lace or sewing notions, she would appreciate them. And man, she got a huge tote. It was quite exciting that everybody was so willing to share and let us put to use these beautiful, beautiful goodies. Look at this. That would be kind of nice too. But I think I do like this dark one. Yeah, very pretty, right? I feel just so fortunate to be able to use it. Okay, so this I think is going to go there. Where did my pocket go? There it is. Let's lay this out and see if I like what it looks like. We can audition it, as they say. And I've only got a few minutes left here. We've got like 8 minutes left together. And then it'll be Leah's turn from Make All Things With Me. Make All the Things With Me. She's been commenting here, so make sure you check out her page. I think I like this trim here, but I'm not really digging this up here because I'm going to have tags in this pocket. So maybe we'll put this at the bottom of the pocket. Yes, I think I like that much better. You guys can't see though. Let's move it down here. You can see a little better what I'm doing. Like I said, I think this size of book is great, but it is a little frustrating to work with. And I could still run some stitches for my sewing machine down the side. That might be nice. Another thing that's good to do here is to put that bias trim, the seam binding or seam bias tape that comes in colors and laces. You could put it right here on the edge. And maybe if I put it on both of them, it would help it line up a little better. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe this needs to be like this. I just kind of play as I go, you guys. This is not a tutorial. This is just kind of a craft with me. It is Crafter's Choice here at the Artistry Collective today. This is our first live of the new year, and we are just kind of going with the flow. Okay. And I want to try to keep this area pretty flat because it's going to flap in and need to fold down like this. So again, a huge thank you to my mama Christine for sharing her beautiful lace goodies with me. I felt bad. I was like, I can't take your beautiful lace. And she's like, please do, because I'll never use it all. It's like, oh my goodness, really? So it was such a lovely surprise. Okay, so that little goodie is going to go right there. Like I said, this kit is from Etsy, a wonderful designer named Margot on Etsy. I did put her link in the description box below, so make sure you check that out if you want to get these beautiful backgrounds. These would make such a beautiful, oh, that's not matching up. These would make such a beautiful Valentine's if you wanted to make, maybe you're doing Galentine's Day or something of that nature. Let's see, do I like this? Maybe in the background somewhere back there too would be nice. I also have this other trim that's pink and gold. It would match our brads. And I could put this along the edge here as well, or at the top. Like I said, I haven't fully decided on my closure yet. I was just kind of just excited that it's coming together as much as it is. That could be kind of fun right there. Kind of help put something on the edge, but I think I might want to do some seam binding. I'm still feeling kind of indecisive here about this, but Maybe this could be pretty at the top up here. Yes, I think we definitely need some at the top up here. So let's work on that. We've got 5 minutes. We can put some of this beautiful trim up here. I'm going to hook this together with my clips. Handy dandy clips so that they're out of my way. And again, I get trims a little bit of everywhere. I get them as gifts from friends and Happy Mail. I get them at thrift stores. I get them on clearance at Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Not really Michael's so much anymore. But any craft store that I happen to pop into, I get them from everywhere, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I love how that looks. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And this is really weird. I thought these were like jump rings in the ribbon, but it's not. It's actually other pieces of like some sort of ribbon or string, maybe thread. So you can cut right through it with these little snips. And then see, it's just like this. It kind of breaks apart. So you almost have to glue the ends. Or I've seen some people burn the ends. I don't really do fire because... you know, blind lady with fire doesn't really sound so secure. It's bad enough I do like hot glue on the regular. Here we go. So I'm going to put this trim instead of doing an ink, but you could do ink and a trim. You could do just the trim. You could do whatever you like. And yes, I know the printers have settings to get rid of these edges, and this is mine that is supposed to be without the edge. It just made a little smaller edge. So everybody's printer settings are a little different. Mine's an HP. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it with the new printer that we got. And yeah, so it does create this little tiny edge, but it's better than the edge it used to create. It was a way bigger one that almost let me make a ruffle on everything. Which page ruffles look kind of cool, but it was kind of frustrating. It was just like an extra step. And then I had all of these little strips. But if that's the way that your printer prints, don't worry, you too can make some awesome paper ruffles out of those little edges, or you can use it to make some little tiny tags or stamping on them. So there is a way to use those little scraps. Sharon, use the scraps. I do throw some scraps away. Like these ones are too tiny for me. I do throw those away. Once I'm sure I don't need them, I do throw them away. Sometimes I will use them though if they're tiny like this and they still have the printed design paper. Sometimes they make a nice little paper edge or piece to your like a layer to a cluster, something like that. Yes. All right, I'm gonna glue this little side down here, and then we'll take a look at it upright. And then it is now time to go see what Leah has in store. She said I inspired her, so I am curious to see what kind of project she's going to make. But look at that trim. I love that up there. It is satisfying using scraps. I did a challenge one time on the last book I've got to do a flip through of, trying to use up everything I printed for it. So all right, guys, so this book is coming along. I will post some updates, how it's going, and if I'm liking it, if it's working out, I don't know. I might do like a policy closure here. I don't know. It's just kind of coming together as it goes. It was something totally different and a fun idea that I have. So a huge thank you again to Christy's Crafty Cottage for sponsoring and hosting the Artistry Collective here on YouTube. Find us every Wednesday, most every Wednesday, and head on over and see Leah with Make All the Things with me, and we will see what she is planning to make for this Crafter's Choice. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.